Hello, everybody, and welcome to the longly awaited and anticipated review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows movie.
What
The
came out?
sequel to the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, produced by everyone's favorite Michael
Director.
Bay. So, first, some recap. The last movie sucked. It was awful. It was
We don't mention.
it was critically destroyed. And I do mean destroyed. Like no one, barely anyone actually cared for it. Some people had good parts in it, but no one really it
Remembers
wasn't
much.
it was not the best. No.
We call that. We don't call it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the movie. We call it the Megan Fox the movie.
Or as you'll realize why I'm calling it this. I'm calling it the test run. I'm calling it the test run because the sequel that we are reviewing is totally different.
And totally better.
Yeah, 10 times better. They fixed most of the problems that they had with the original. And like we have complaints, but most of our complaints are like nitpicks.
Yeah.
Like overall the movie is good. Do not get us wrong. Like so let's break down the characters and how they've improved. Of course, you got April O'Neil. She was not in the movie as much
Not
as
in
she
your
was in the
face as
first
much.
one.
Yeah, she wasn't in
Yeah,
your
like
face.
she's got one or two scenes where she's like the focus of the scene, but even then she always cuts to the turtles or some other character. So
Exactly.
she's not that big in this movie as she was in the first one, which personally I feel was my main problem was that the first one was an April O'Neil movie.
Yes.
Yeah, this one clearly all of the attention goes to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and something else, but we're gonna get to that in a minute. And so yeah, that's how this movie works. And I think let's talk about another change. One of the characters that have changed this movie is the Shredder. Now, Yami, what do you think about the actor change for the Shredder?
I thought they picked a good pick for this version of the Shredder. I thought the last Shredder was a bit dry and bland. As much. They were only focusing on the CGI on the Shredder most of the time.
Technically speaking, it's Shredder out of the shadows because in the first one, he was always in the shadow and you never saw his real face. In this one, you actually get to see it. It doesn't look that bad, and his attitude towards everything, like he walks in the room. There's a scene where he like two characters who we're gonna talk about in depth. Are sitting at a bar and they're like instantly like, man, we should join and make our own group. Yeah, we can call ourselves a Foot Clan. Yeah, maybe we could work up to a Leg Clan. And then like they're talking about taking over the streets instead of the Shredder because they think he's dead. Shredder walks right behind them and just like, what's up?
Yeah, because the actor they picked for the Shredder did feel like he was the Shredder. That was the good thing about it. They picked right
ethically and like just a great actor to choose for that character. I really liked it. And another thing that he's like not in the suit. That's a thing that I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Like for most of the movie, the I completely forgot to do this. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
We are spoiling
We should have mentioned there's going to be some little bit of spoilers.
Thankfully, we haven't given up too much, but just know that this is a spoiler. This has spoilers in it.
Yeah.
So, like the Shredder for most of the movie, he doesn't actually get into his suit until the end of the movie.
Almost at the end, yeah.
Yeah, like almost near the end of the movie, he doesn't wear his suit. The only piece of it he wears is an arm piece, but that's only
Yeah,
because it's a weapon.
yeah.
And he like, and I'm sorry, but even just that one piece made him look awesome.
Maybe more of a badass.
Yeah, just like, and
It's like
it
Wolverine doesn't have that shit.
like it reminds me of the 2003 Shredder. You know, that was his thing. Just that one thing. Every
Yeah,
time he wanted to be intimidating, they didn't even show him. They just showed his fist with his
yeah.
claw out, and it was just like, whoo. As soon as you saw that, you're like, okay, everyone needs to be quiet. Everything needs to calm down. It's about to go down.
These are not those other claws from the last movie, the ones that kept like firing like
Yeah,
missiles.
yeah. He was not. He went from the human pocket knife transformer to the shredder, which
Yes.
it's a nice transition, very nice transition, and I think it was real. That's what I thought was kind of cool. That the arm thing at times it looked CGI, but I think that they had a real one that they used.
Yeah, I
Um,
think if we went onto Google and put the Ninja Turtle this movie's prop stuff, it might be on there if you look on the Google search or something.
yeah, because like that's a thing that that one of the things that I loved about the Real Steel movie is that the robots were really there.
Yes.
You know, they had actual robots when they were just standing still or just doing
Yeah.
simple movements. They were real animatronics, and that was awesome. So I thought it was really cool that they got an actual shredder
Claw.
claw.
Yeah. And
And
the helmet looked so
yeah,
intimidating as well.
the the helmet was real. And when he put that thing on, I was just thinking, okay, he's putting this on. What is about to happen? What did happen, I'm gonna get to later because it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about another character. This is the character that everyone has questioned. Everyone has like turned their head in curiosity over this character, mainly because of the actor choice. Baxter Stockman, who
Yeah.
in this movie was played by Tyler Perry.
I think they were following the 2003 Baxter Stockman style.
Yeah, I get that kind of I get that feel to it too, especially when like near the end when they like take him away. Like I really get that kind of feel, like the 2003 version. But I'm sorry, but you can hate on his acting all throughout this movie because there's some scenes that you're just thinking, what was your motivation? Like throughout the movie, whenever he laughs, sometimes it's just like a really creepy laugh.
He just
You
reminds you of the
know?
comedy nerd.
Yeah, I know. I'm just, yeah, it's like Andre was just put into it was put into the thing. But like just the random laughing, some of them, it makes sense for them to laugh at that point, but like other times it's just like,
Like, really? You need to laugh there?
yeah, and just like it went on like it went on longer than it should have. And I was just like, okay, it's not that funny and it's not that cool. I mean,
Unless
it
he
kind
was
of,
the only reason I think he was laughing that much, I think he was excited. That's how
yeah, like
he
this whole movie, Tyler Perry, he was not Baxter Stockman. I'll say that throughout this movie, he had the right look, but he he was mainly he was mainly himself and geeking out over all the stuff that was happening. Like, oh my god, we're gonna do this! This is so cool.
Yeah, they should have got Andre from the comedy
Like,
nerd that played his
yeah,
Baxter Stockman.
like he nerded out all throughout that movie, and like, and I think that's what I loved about this character. It's like his emotion, his like just like in the Star Wars movie, the actors that they chose to play them, like whenever they reacted to something, it felt like their actual reactions. Like,
Exactly.
oh my god, it's the Shredder! Oh my god,
Exactly.
it's so cool! Like, I would be doing the same thing if I was just right there. I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. Oh my god.
But I thought he did play Baxter Stockman really well. I thought.
Yeah, he's got the right look, and he's got the
He
right.
reminded me of the 2003 and the early 90s Baxter Stockman in one. So I think he's
Yeah.
trying to mixture the both versions.
Which, this movie has a lot of mixing of the different versions of the turtles. Um, and it does it very well in this version. But yeah, Baxter, and we don't know anything about Baxter. We don't know too much about him until Ninja Turtles 3, because I think that's going to be the one where Baxter really shines.
I'm dreading if they're going to go for the fly motif or the cyborg motif version of him.
I hope they go with the. I think they're going to go Fly because of the way he reacted to the mutagen. His emotion towards the mutagen was like he was awestruck.
Yeah.
That, like we all have. That's another thing. That is a thing. There's a lot of science in this.
Yeah.
There are scenes where they give a good bit of exposition, and this exposition is much better. Much better exposition than in the first one, because it actually, like, you care. Yeah, in the last one it was like that dumb backstory with the stupid thing. What was it? Oh yeah, the stupid
origin of the turtles, basically.
yeah, with that freaking ninja book.
Yeah.
Like that thing, that's what everyone's been. That's what people insult, the ninja book in Japanese.
Yeah, it's like, how Splinter could read that, and he's not originally from Japan like the original Splinter
like in the original, he has either been human or he's been the pet of a master.
Yeah.
And like, really? That made sense. That's how he knows it, because his brain has mutated to have ultimate memory or something like that, or he just knows it off the bat. But in this one, not only does he need to know ninjutsu, he needs to know Japanese.
Yes.
And I'm just like, no, you don't know Japanese. You're a rat.
An American rat.
Yeah, an American rat. Rats don't live that long. No, they do not live long enough to go from Japan to America, let alone get to America. Okay? And that's one problem that they did fix. They fixed the backstory. It makes sense, especially this time, because it's another dimension or science logic. So it fits. Okay, it's a different universe. It's different stuff. In the terms of Ninja Turtles, this will make sense. Let's get to the some of the heroes. We've talked a lot about villains. Let's talk about one of our new heroes. The always fabulous, the always awesome Casey Jones.
I felt they ruined his origin story a bit.
Yeah, Casey Jones was never, as far as I know, never a police officer.
Nope.
He was a vigilante. That was true. Which even then he only had one scene where he did something vigilante-esque.
Yeah, and in the comics, anyway, he learned it all. Like, he basically used to watch a lot of crime series, like MacGyver and stuff like that. In the comics.
In fact, in the 2003 version, he became the way he was because of the Ninja Turtles. Like Raphael and all of them, they taught him how to fight, because he was like a really wimpy kid who got picked on, and the Ninja Turtles, as children, met Casey, and they taught him how to fight back and how to, defend himself with, ninjutsu and all that, and he took that and he became his own thing. And over the years, he became a vigilante because he was tired of people getting, hurt and no one doing anything about it. In this one, he's a police officer who, by the way, people are hating on him because he doesn't have the right look.
Because he's the actor who plays the Arrow.
Yeah, and they think that that's a cop-out. Personally, I think it's a good choice,
Yeah, and it just basically said here's just the male version of Megan Fox's role, basically.
Yeah, in this movie, that is clearly what he is in this one. But, we're establishing him. And I think it was a good choice to get Arrow, the guy who played Arrow, who constantly plays a vigilante, to play a vigilante.
And he didn't use the catchphrase he always, James always uses.
Yeah, he didn't do a lot of the, stuff. He had the hockey mask, he put that on for a minute, and they had a joke about it too. That I thought was kind of funny. He was talking to April, just like, but because he had the hockey mask on, it was muffled. Like, I thought that was kind of funny. That is a nice little detail joke. Like, because in the original shows and all that, like, you'd think that would muffle his voice, but no, you can hear him clear as day.
Yeah.
This one, they're like, you know what? Let's have this. Let's just have him hard to hear unless he takes off the mask. Which I thought that was kind of cool. It pretty much gives them an excuse to take off the mask, but in this version, he doesn't need it.
No.
Technically, I do like his fight scene with the foot, though.
Yeah, that was badass.
Yeah, it was in the trailer, it was in the movie, and it was just awesome to watch.
And don't forget the chase scene parts, and he goes,
yes, the chase scene.
Where's the shotgun shells? In the back.
That was hilarious. Like, all throughout this movie, let's get this out of the way. All throughout this movie, Casey Jones is he's doing our job. He does our job. He's criticizing every stupid thing that happens.
And he's working for Cinema Sins.
It's just like, hi, shotgun shells, they're in the back. Why would you carry around the most dangerous villain, the Shredder, and not have the gun be loaded? Why? So he had to load the gun, and they showed that scene, and he's just like, he's so angry while he does it, just like, really, you don't load the shotgun. This is our only weapon against the guy who tried to murder all of New York City. It almost got away with it. He almost did.
Oh, that was just the classic moment. It was like, best scene ever.
Like, he's criticizing little bits, when something, like, whenever they bring up something stupid or something that the Turtles would usually just be like, no, that's just how it works. He's just like, yeah, like, even that scene was kind of cool. There's a scene where he walks in looking for two other fugitives who we still have not named yet because I want to go in depth on these guys. He just walks in just like, where are they? I know you sold them something, and I know you have a way to track them. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Did he get to the jukebox? And I had to play one of the the Turtles Secret Ooze movie track in that.
Yeah,
he was playing Smash.
The track. There was a jukebox that was playing Vanilla Ice, and I was just thinking, that is a nice detail. That is kind of cool. Because this movie definitely took some notes from Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah.
Like, right down to the plot of the movie. Like, if they had this kind of, like, if they could have done this, I'm pretty sure this is what Secret of the Ooze would have been.
With the weapons, of course.
Yeah, with, like, all that cool stuff. And that was kind of cool. It was like, go ninja, bam! Oh, it's got a scratch on it, and then breaks it. That is awesome.
I could imagine him just going at his hockey stick and start smacking everything around in the bar.
Like, he just starts breaking everything in this guy's bar. That's just awesome. Like, why aren't you wearing your mask then?
Because I could almost imagine him done. He's got the barkeep just banging the head on the table. Where is he? Type of thing. I was imagining him doing that in my head when I saw that.
I'm almost certain that people have the same problem as I would have had I'm going to be honest. I don't watch Arrow. I didn't watch Arrow.
Oh my god, it's a good show.
I really should watch it.
It has the actor who played as Captain Jack Harkness from Doctor Who. He plays villains.
Ooh, is he Sportsmaster? I think I heard something about that.
kind of. He's like similar version of because his daughter does plays as Artemis.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the character's character Artemis is in it.
But yeah, I haven't watched Heroes, so I don't have this problem. But I'm sure that with that scene in the bar, people don't see Casey Jones. They see the arrow. That's what they see, and that's totally understandable. He plays the arrow, so most likely you only associate him with Arrow.
I didn't.
Me,
I saw him as Casey Jones
because I'm gonna associate him with Casey Jones. Personally, I wish that the actor that they chose had a little more hair.
Very long hair type of thing.
Yeah, because that's kind of like that's one of Casey Jones' thuns.
I think they should have done it as well. They did do the long hair. They should have done it black. Give him like a black long wig or something like that. Extensions.
Maybe not a wig, but at least like the look is fine. We're not bashing the actor who played Casey Jones. We loved him. He was awesome. In the movie. This is a nitpick. Yeah. This is just a small nitpick.
I actually didn't see him as the actor. When he acts like the Arrow, he's slightly completely different to him because he doesn't get that aggressive.
Yeah, and then there's scenes where he gets scenes where he can just be a fan. Like a lot of these characters get a fanboy moment. Like these new actors that they're bringing in, they all get a fanboy moment. Like when the turtles show up, he freaks out and just like, do not eat us. We will protect you. And then Michelangelo's response to that, well, we would love to eat you. You look so delectable. Like, he just plays along just to freak him out.
Oh, the best part when he actually sees Master Splinter.
Yeah, when he sees Master Splinter, that is a really awesome part. I went to see this with Poplio, and he laughed a little bit of that.
He's like, dude, there's a massive rat over there type of thing.
And then Raphael's like, oh yeah. No, he just looks at Michelangelo, and there's just like,
yeah.
And then Donatello and Leonardo are just like, and then it's just like, we seen him around here.
Yeah, he's just like, just try and sneak behind him type of thing.
Yeah, what you gotta do is you gotta get real low. You gotta get low. And then you gotta charge him, scare him.
Master Splinter just grabs him by his tail and then flips it over.
And then Raphael's just like, man, I can't believe that was that easy. That was so easy to mess with you, man. And then Casey just starts to leave, and then he sees probably this is the best change that they've made, in my opinion. The turtle car.
The turtle van.
They gave it a big change from the last one. The last movie,
it was so tiny.
It was a smart car that was solar powered that had one rocket on it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, that's cool if you want to sell a Turtle brand smart car. Like, I'm surprised they never did that. You know, like maybe some kind of giveaway or something. They never did something like that. And they did. Please correct me if I'm wrong. People in the comments who watch this later, correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's the case. They never did like a giveaway of that car or a car that looked like it without the solar panels and stuff, but had like a smart car or Prius with the turtle design on it.
Yeah.
But this one, you're just like, yes. And even the reveal,
turtle van.
Yeah, even the reveal is just like, all right, look, there's still a few bugs in it, but pulls the curtain and is just like, oh my god.
Yeah, massive nunchucks on both sides of the freaking.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck yeah.
Yes. And then Michelangelo breaks them, and I'm just like, that's kind of funny.
Typical Mikey.
Yeah. And he destroyed those vehicles with them. I'm pretty sure those people are dead.
Yeah, including with the sewer lids as well. Firing
that was awesome. And again, that's another moment that Casey gets. He's just like, are they shooting manhole covers? What the heck?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they launched him at it.
Yeah, I think the best scene from the driving scene was like Raphael's getting bored. It's like, if he went fuck this, jumps out of the knocks out like few of the foots by just jumping on one of their motorcycles and just
Yeah, and
leapfrogging
then
them.
somehow he launches himself back into the car.
And it's just like awesome.
That is an awesome moment. Oh my god! And he even gets a cheesy line out too. Time to
Yeah,
take out the trash, and then launches himself.
yeah. And as well, the sort of like they shoot out katanas as well.
Yeah, it even had a net launcher, which missed. Which we're gonna get to that another thing because that is part of the plot.
Mm.
A big thing about the plot here. Um, but yeah, like the shredder is getting broken out, and they're just trying to stop that, and it is the best way possible.
Mm.
And even after all that happens, then comes possibly one of the best Casey Jones moments in the movie, in my opinion, because of what happens to him. He has to explain what happened,
Oh, that's the
that
best
whole
part.
situation, to the chief of police.
And like the FBI type of person.
Yeah, like wait, what was she? Was she special defense?
Yeah.
Okay. And like he has to explain everything that happened.
And they thought he was nuts.
Yeah, he had, and I love his description. So we had the shredder in the back, and this idiot didn't pack the shotgun shells, so I had to load up, and they were breaking him free. These ninjas with swords blew up the cars, attached themselves to the van, broke a hole from the ceiling, trying to free the shredder, and then a garbage truck with giant mechanical arms and nunchucks destroyed two of the ninjas and then began to shoot manhole covers.
They were like,
It,
what?
it sounds like he's describing a Mad Lib. Just like. And then the noun garbage truck began to verb shoot noun manhole covers. Like it is just really good. And he's just baffled, and then there's just like, okay, look, Casey, maybe you should take a break, Jones. Just take a break, which is pretty much, I think they fired him or something. And then we get a little bit of backstory on him. He wants to be a detective. That's his thing. He wants to make detective, which makes sense for a cop movie, which when these first few scenes with Casey Jones, it kind of feels that way. That speech makes me think, like, while he's making a heartfelt speech, which I don't remember exactly what he said in it. I think he gave something about his history or something.
That is
And like,
abusive father.
yeah, and it's just like, is this a different movie? Like listening to it just made me feel like it was a totally different movie. Just that one scene.
Mm.
Like it felt like a different movie, just the setting and everything. It was really good, though.
Could have been worse.
Okay.
They could have been worse. They could have gone the police academy route.
Yeah, which they didn't. But like Casey had a lot of good moments in this movie. So don't hate on Casey Jones. All right.
No,
It was
don't.
really good in this movie. Let's move on to the stars of the show, to the ninjas. Let's move on to the turtles.
They look better than the last one, sure. So they don't look like
Yes.
Shrek's retard cousins.
Yeah, people have noted that they brightened up the hues of green,
They look
so they're
more
not.
reptilian.
Yeah, they're not as dark as before, and in that's kind of noticeable. But really, I'm loving that, like their attitude. Like even that one scene that we talked about with like you gotta get low. That's funny. That's them messing around.
Oh, should we
And
mention one scene what had a little bit of another Michael Bay cameo for another Michael Bay movie with
yes,
Michelangelo?
there was a scene where Michelangelo, because there's a side plot in this movie because that's what it needed. That is one of my one critique, that we needed, that this thing had a side plot that
Yes.
goes, it doesn't really go very far, other than just to have another moment where the brothers have to question themselves, and then Leonardo becomes a better leader and everyone becomes better, yada yada. The usual thing that they
like the last animated Turtles movie that came out like early 2000.
Yeah, like they had to have that moment, which, I get it. You had to have it. It's kind of a staple of the Ninja Turtle movies and TV shows that you have to have at least one of those moments. I'm just glad we're getting the cliche turtle stuff out of the way in these first few movies so we can get some new ones.
Yes.
And even then it's not that bad. It's just like a small problem, and even then the scenes that it generates aren't that bad. It even finds its way to improve the plot a little bit. And there's a scene where Mikey he goes up because it's some kind of special holiday.
It was Halloween.
It was Halloween, and they were able to, he's just like, it's the one day a year where we could be normal. And I'm just like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then he goes out, and I'm just like, wait, whoa, where did this come from? Like, I don't even know where he went. Like, he was nowhere near the place where he was above. Like, they did a quick jump to where he was. And when he got up there, he ran into a guy dressed as Bumblebee. His costume was Bumblebee. And he was like in car form driving around, which I've seen people, cosplay doing that. And then he drives up to Michelangelo and transforms into Bumblebee. And it's like, dude, cool costume, man. Thanks, bro. And they fist bump. And I'm just like, I wonder whose move that was.
Michael Bay's.
I don't know. I feel like that was a stab at Michael Bay. Like he was away one day while they were shooting, and there was like, okay, guys, I have a hilarious idea. Let's get a transformer to fist bump Michelangelo.
Don't forget they can maybe be promoting for the new Bumblebee movie they're planning to bring out.
And like Braxton Gamer told us that there's word about a crossover with the Turtles and the Transformers. I don't think it's going to be a movie, but it might be a comic book series that I will definitely have to buy.
Don't forget they did do in the comics a crossover with Batman
and G.I. Joe. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No, Transformers teamed up with G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
And Batman teamed up with the Ninja Turtles. And the Ninja Turtles have teamed up with a lot of people. They've teamed up with Savage Dragon. And they've also teamed up with Archie at one point. But there's been crossovers with the Turtles because it's a weird concept. The Turtles teamed up with another weird concept, Transformers. It makes sense now, and now it'd just be funny to have.
Yeah, could be worse. I'm gonna say it could have been worse. They could have crossed over with the Power Rangers again.
That's another thing. They teamed up with the Power Rangers at one point. I don't know how they're gonna do this. It might be part of the show. I think it would be kind of cool if Nickelodeon and
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network? Do Cartoon Network? All right, yeah. Oh, then never mind. Cartoon Network would never go for it. If it would be part of the TV show, I think that would be kind of cool, but they'd never go for it. I mean, Cartoon Network might allow the Ninja Turtles on their show. Maybe. At least their version of them, because I think they do have some leeway on their version of the Ninja Turtles. The 2003 Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think they might have some leeway on that one, maybe, but I don't know. But yeah, that was a nice moment. And like, literally the first scene of the movie, the very first scene, it opens up Ninja Turtles on the skyscraper. And
it almost was like a Batman moment at that time.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, people, turtle formation. They jump off and then hit a ledge, and Mike's like, "What happened? I thought you said squirrel formation, bro." And it's like, the heck's a squirrel formation? Like that was funny.
Yeah,
first scene, it sets up the movie perfectly.
Yeah,
that first scene.
Then I got that pizza order as well.
Yeah. Like, that's another thing. They're like, is that just his mundane thing? Because so they're going through the sewer, and then they're just like, yo, the pizza guy, will he be there? And he's like, yes, he will be there. They don't say pizza guy because, like, you make it think, will he be there? Yes, he will be there. And you're like, oh snap, are they about to fight somebody? They come out of the sewers and grab a pizza, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of cool. But like the pizza guy, when they grab the pizza, he walks away. Just like, all right, cool. Like, how often does this happen to this guy? That he just shrugs and walks away at 4 turtles launching from the sewers and grabbing a pizza.
Actually, they were actually filling from the pipes from the from skyscrapers and stuff.
Yeah.
Not from sewers exactly.
Well, no, they came out from the. You might be right. Yeah.
I memorized every detail of the movie, and I've got good photographic memory.
It was a really good scene. Like those first few scenes just let you know, guys, sit down and enjoy this because this is gonna be good. Okay? This is gonna be a good movie. You're gonna enjoy yourself. So eat your popcorn, drink your sodas, and just enjoy the turtles.
Yes, and don't forget to enjoy your hot dogs.
Yes, enjoy all of your concession foods, your snacks. You're gonna want to watch this
Should I
movie a
tell you,
lot.
I always did ironically when I was going to see the film. I was almost going to sneak a pizza in.
See, actually, I could have bought it. My theater actually would have sold me a pizza, but like the ticket already was kind of expensive because I got the 3D one.
Yeah, we watched it standard.
Yeah, I could have. Well, the 3D was the only one I could make it time wise, but like I could have bought a pizza to watch the movie with. And I was like, I didn't think of it at the time, but I should have done that. I think that would have been kind of funny.
Yeah, I might just do this when it comes out on Blu-ray or DVD. I will go pick up the film and then eat it with a pizza.
Yeah, when the movie comes out and I'm able to get it, like rent it on my PS4, because I might buy it because it actually is that good. But like when I do that, I'm gonna have a movie night, invite some friends over, get some pizza, and we're just gonna sit down and watch it. It's greatness.
Or even better, if I have it at the same time as you, both of us have it on at the same time. Both of us have our Skype on.
Yes, and they're just talking about just enjoying the movie because it really is a good movie to just sit down and watch. Even like when they get the pizza, they go to a game. They go to a basketball game to watch it.
And I watched it from the Jumbotron.
Yeah, they're just like, man, I wish we were sitting down there with them. And I'm just like, and then Leo steps in before I can say my stupid thing, my critique to myself, and just like, guys, this is the best seat in the house. Why would you want to be down there? We're in the Jumbotron. And I'm just like, good for you. Good for you. See, that's their first critique. That's them critiquing themselves. Just like, why are you getting all emotional? We are inside of the Jumbotron. This is awesome. And like that is awesome. That is an awesome moment.
And my favorite scenes in that fight as well with the pea shooter.
Yes, first, let's talk about part of the plot because there is a part of the plot in this very first scene. From the last movie when the Shredder was defeated, the person who took credit was the camera guy who has called himself the Falcon.
The Falcon Penguin.
Was it the Falcon? I thought it was just the Falcon.
No, it's a Falcon Penguin.
Really? That's a weird name. Anyway, but like throughout the movie, he calls himself the Falcon, though.
No, it's a Falcon Penguin in our version. When I was watching it, I was hearing that all the way through.
I heard him only. No, I'm pretty sure he only said Falcon, at least in our version. I don't know.
I double checked later on anyway. I think
he might have been Falcon Quinn. I don't know what his last name was.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he takes credit. He takes credit for defeating the Shredder single-handedly. I know how people believe that. I'll never know. Um, but yeah, so that happens, and like that becomes a small plot point and necessary for them to do certain things, like get into certain areas because he's such a big name and he can distract people. But
Yeah.
I don't see how he's such a big name. That's my critique on this. Like,
Yeah, and making profit by having a bag full of air of his own breath.
yeah, that was a dumb scene. That was a dumb moment. Like, there's not a lot of them in here, but whenever he's on screen, you can just you can tune out a little bit because he's not that important.
And he's
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah. Unless he's teamed up with a turtle or April, you don't need to watch him because he's not that. He's I don't even know what. I don't even think he's real.
Mm.
I don't even think he's from any version of the Turtles except for this one.
Actually, from the original Turtles TV series, but he was playing one of the news reporters at the time.
Was that him? They brought
Yeah.
him? I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of obscure. I mean,
they changed his role from a camera guy,
yeah.
a news reporter to a camera guy.
Okay, because I was actually like before I watched the movie, I watched some of the old cartoons because a lot of the old cartoon characters are in the movie, so I wanted to watch some of it.
What, the original 90s version or the
Yes,
early
the
2000s?
original '90s version, because a lot of the characters made it into the movie, which I'm super happy about, and that's like the best part of this movie. That's most of those characters made it in to the sequel.
Mm.
But yeah, there like so the scene that apparently Yami's favorite is there's a scene where he's gloating and the turtles are in the jumbotron and it's like, man, it should be us getting that kind of accreditation. We work in the shadows. We don't need that kind of prep. It's like, and then Mike's like, hey, you got the dart shooter? Yes. All right, let me see it. Let me see it. And it's spitball. Perfect accuracy spitball right on his face.
And then Raphael then does it.
And he's like, ooh, let me try. Both of them hit him, and like this is part of an interview. He's doing an interview, and he's getting hit by spitballs.
As well as that pizza scene as well.
Yes, Mikey he's eating a pizza, and like it slips all out of the box onto the floor, which no one notices. Until someone on the other team slips on it.
And he goes, welcome to Jersey, pal.
welcome to New York, man. It's just like that's funny. But I think like the best part of that was like afterwards, it's like, great, now we gotta find a new place to watch basketball. Way to go, Mikey.
No,
Like, they're gonna
the
check.
players and that, they were looking upwards, and the turtles like gone.
Like, really? You think they're gonna what are they gonna do? Have security in the jumbotron? The Ninja Turtles looking for him. And I think like that first few scenes were really cool. Even when they get the pizza, they play a game. They have a game called Keep the Pizza Away from Mikey. And it's just them traveling through the pipes, keeping it from Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Each one gets an awesome scene where they just grab the pizza and like Michelangelo gets and he tries to eat a bite. And then Raphael just like, nope. Like, that's really cool. And now we talk about the last two villains.
You missed the third as well.
Did I miss a third?
Yes, you say he's from another dimension.
No, okay, right. I'm talking about three. I paired up two of them as in one thing. Because they do share a brain.
Let's just say duo.
Right. Well, we got a duo and we got a single person.
Or say being, we should say.
So let's talk about, because I have a nitpick with him. And this is going to bring in the plot. We're going to talk about him when we talk about the plot. So I guess we'll start with the duo because let's be honest, In this movie, they are the stars of the show.
Oh yeah.
They are the stars of this movie. You know what we're talking about? Bebop and Rocksteady.
Oh yeah, baby.
From human to mutation, they rule this movie. When they are on screen, everything is great.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they have all the funny scenes. They have the like they have some of the best moments in the movie. And this is what everyone's been waiting for. Bebop and Rocksteady to be on the big screen, especially after the stupid Secret of the Ooze mess up that they had before. Razor and
Tarzar. Tarzar, I think it was.
I thought one of them had something co in their name.
It's Razor Tarzar. I think that's how they.
It was Razor and Razor was the turtle,
and the other one was the wolf.
Yeah, or whatever the heck that thing was.
It's supposed to be a wolf, basically, because I remember the original.
But like they took some stuff from Secret of the Ooze, and then they have the scene. They get some purple ooze from another character that we're going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And they use it to mutate Bebop and Rocksteady into the Rhino and the Warthog. And even when they mutate, this is another Stockman scene, by the way. This is another geek out Stockman scene.
Yeah.
Like when they're mutating, he's just like, oh my god, this is gonna be good. He like locks them down. It's like, this is gonna be good. Oh my god, I want to have front row seats to this. He's just loving every second of this. And by the way, I would like to commend the actor choice for Rocksteady, who is played by WWE superstar Sheamus.
I wouldn't know because I don't watch wrestling, so.
Yeah. I recognized the voice, but I didn't know it was exactly him because he looked a little different, and I have not watched wrestling in a while. Heck, he may not even be a wrestler anymore. Especially after this, I wouldn't be a wrestler after this. I would just milk the turtle fandom.
Mm.
And it's just really awesome. And just everything about it is cool. Like when they mutate, Sheamus does a great job in this movie. And I'm not sure who plays Bebop. But even his scenes were cool. And just everything about them was awesome.
Yeah, I think the voice sounds familiar with Bebop. It sounds like similar to the one who does the Nickelodeon version of Bebop. Almost.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same guy, but if it is, that's a nice little thing they got there.
Mm.
Even right down to the introduction, Shredder gets locked up. Bebop and Rocksteady are just like, hey, Shredder, we are huge fans. Yeah, you are awesome.
He goes, I'm from Finland because I finished him off.
And like, I am Bebop. He's like, that's kind of cute. That's funny. And then Casey Jones gets in the back while they're like breaking up the Shredder. And then Bebop just like introduces himself to Casey Jones. Hi, my name is Bebop, and kicks him in the face as he's saying it.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good comic moment at that time.
Yes. And I went to go see this movie with Leo. And when there was this scene where they're in a plane from the trailer where he's just like, oh, you bring back the Mohawk. Good for you.
I think I mentioned the spaghetti moment.
You got jokes. And then they beat each other up, and then they break the plane.
I figured I mentioned the turtles jumping off the plane.
The back of it bursts open is an idiot. He got into the tank, which they had. Used the mission in a plane. and shot the back of the plane off.
You mean they shot the whole entire cockpit as well?
He falls out first and then after some more. That scene got me and Pope Leo. We were dying as soon as they said it. Like, he didn't have to say anything. He could have just fallen. And that would have been okay. But no, he got a line in. This pig can fly. As he's falling down. Hilarious.
I thought the best scene for the, like, Raphael on the plane scene bit was actually Turtle was trying to get on the plane and Raphael was trying to time, because Raphael didn't want to jump off the plane. That was just hilarious.
Yes. All right, let's grab a chute. Where'd he go? Where did Leo go? He jumped a chute. It's like a great, because in every version of Raphael, every version, he has one fear. One fear that cripples him. And in this one, it's height. It's usually bugs that he either hates or fears them. Like, it's usually bugs, but in this one, it was heights, which I thought was kind of cool. My only nitpick is a bit of continuity. How can you be? Is it flying or is it like heights?
I think it's the flying. Because he's not in control.
Yeah. My only problem with continuity is in the first one, he was falling. From the Empire State Building, he was falling.
Yeah, I think that's why that was the fear thing as well.
Okay, that might be where it was like it was made. So I can understand that. I mean, he almost died. Quite frankly, he should have died, but that's besides the point. So yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady, they rule every scene they're in. They even get some moments to bring in some very awesome soundtrack moments, and that's another thing. This soundtrack is beautiful.
Exactly.
They got Ice Ice Baby, they got Go Ninja Go, and War. What is it good for? That was like, even the transition to War with What is it good for is just them driving through the jungle in a tank, singing to it. Whoa, what is it good for? Like, they're just having a road trip in a tank.
Who wouldn't?
I know. It's so cool. But yeah, they love them, love their scene. They are great.
You did miss one best part of them as well. Is them trying to eat like a whole massive metal bucket full of spaghetti bolognese.
Out there, what were you saying?
I was just saying the best part of them as well is when they're trying to eat that, when they're having that spaghetti scene.
Yes, and Bebop asks, "Hey man, am I fat?" "No, you're not fat. You're really fat." It's just like, these two are just two bros that have been put into this movie, and they're just hanging out on set, and they just CGI. They put CGI on. I am convinced that they just put costumes in CGI over two dudes, Seamus and his best friend from college, who just showed up on set to watch the Shredder.
Yeah, that was like.
Just their scenes are great.
We did
this movie. Everyone went to go see this movie because they were gonna be in it.
You did miss another villain, Cry.
Yeah, Cry. Ignore her.
She wasn't that bad. At least she was better than the last Cry they had in the last film.
True. Cry. She maybe has two of them, which is fine. This is all about the Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady, Baxter Stockman, and the last character that we have not talked about.
And you did a good voice for that, actually, kid. Did a good voice there, Gran.
Krang has made his way into this movie. And now we get to my nitpick. This has to be my main nitpick about this movie. The voice of Krang. And I can see it now that this might be a nitpick for other people.
The voice and the robotic suit.
Krang does not sound like he did in any version.
Yeah. Even the Nickelodeon version, you know, the other dimension.
Yeah, even the Nickelodeon version, he sounds very different. He's still, you know, a gelatinous brain.
Yeah.
Even his first scene is when he teleports the Shredder, which now that we've got to Krang, we're going to talk about some plot. So get ready for that.
Besides, Krang almost looks like Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean as well.
Yeah, like his voice is really deep. It's very deep and very egotistical. He kind of sounds like Yoda if he talks straight.
It sounds between Yoda and Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, it's a weird combination that I'm sure that if Jar Jar Binks and Yoda fused together, they would turn into a gelatinous, horrifying mess from another dimension.
Yes, in a very bad robotic suit.
Polar opposites. But, you know, this is a nitpick because the voice isn't bad. I would have enjoyed some of the original character. You know, even people said that they should have gotten the original voice actor of Krang to do this movie, which I think would have been a nice thing.
Yeah.
Although with his look, the goofy thing doesn't fit. It doesn't fit it. With the look that they have, the voice fits enough. It's much deeper than it usually is, so it's okay. I'm okay with it. And so let's get to some plot here, because there is some plot to this. The Shredder has been captured. He is being moved, which, of course, happens in every movie ever when you have a super dangerous villain who tried to murder everyone. Of course, you have to move him to a different cell or police station. It happens every time. And every time, it gives him an excuse to be like, okay, break me out. Like, why? Why give him the opportunity? You know, that gives us a chance to... He gets in there, he meets Bebop and Rocksteady, which is awesome. You know? And then we have Casey Jones. That's also when we're in... He gloats to Shredder on how he's locked up.
That is another good part of the movie as well.
Yeah, he's just like, welcome to Casa de Lockup, Shredder. You'll be here for a very long time. Bye-bye. And then Shredder says nothing. He says nothing throughout the entire transition. Even with Bebop and Rocksteady just talking to him. Nothing. He says nothing. Then Casey opens like the sliding thing to talk to Shredder, and it's like, hope you're nice and comfortable back there, Shredder. We're going to be here a little bit. Got a little bit of traffic. And it's just like, I will not be here for long. He just does a little side eye, little gloat to him. And that lets Casey know it's about to go down. It's about to go down, and it's not going to be cool. And it was the most amazing thing ever. Like, the ninjas show up on motorcycles, attach bombs, blow up cars in the back and the front. And then the Shredders come in. Then the Turtles come in with the you know, the manhole covers. They're launching it, you know, trying to knock off the ninjas from the car. Casey Jones is trying to get the shotgun loaded because some stupid person forgot to do it. And then when the Shredder gets freed, Baxter Stockman has a plan to teleport him to them, but instead of teleporting him to Baxter, who, by the way, Baxter Stockman is like the mastermind in this game in the first part of the movie when you're introduced to him.
Yeah.
he gets teleported instead of going to where they want him to go. He's like, where'd he go? Where did the Shredder go? And this is what makes Baybach and Rocksteady think that the Shredder is dead, because now they're free, and they, as far as they know, the Shredder's gone. But where he went was Dimension X to meet our good friend Krang, who has a funny line. It's like, I'm sorry, did I get some gelatinous brain goop on your eye? And he's just like, he explains to Shredder that Dimension X launched an evil device that will allow his army and his powerful weapon, which we all know the name of, to enter our dimension. Okay, it's like the it's a, that's I mean that's an important plot point. That's a cliche plot
You
point.
did forgot one point. Krang did say to Shredder, "Is like I can predict every move you're gonna try to do," and he was flinging him around like a rag doll.
Yeah, just like, because Krang he's Krang. He's manipulative. He's genius. He's evil, and he shows his colors very well. He's just like, we can.
You're not saying evil, right? It's evil.
He's like, together with my technology and your skill, we can rule that dimension. And then, of course, Shredder agrees, and then Krang gives him the mutagen, which he uses, the ooze, which he uses to mutate Bebop and Rocksteady, thanks to the help of Baxter Stockman, who synthesized it. Which, by the way, this the ninjas in the Turtle Van. So Baxter Stockman.
Grant, I think that your mic's playing up a bit there.
Oh, sorry. How about now?
It's fine now, because you were going. It's only static for a second there.
Right. Well, what I was saying was, there's a scene when they're fighting him, and Baxter Stockman's just like, I can't believe we're being stopped by turtles. And like, I took a moment there, and I just stopped, and was like, how does he know that it's turtles? I'm pretty sure the windows were tinted. And this was before, Raphael's scene where he launches himself out of the vehicle. So I'm just wondering how they know it's turtles.
Because they know, since I think it's Shredder told, because like Karai might have told Baxter the history of how Shredder got.
True, I guess that. All right, that's okay. All right, and like Baxter Stockman, he just had on hand a synthesizing machine that could easily synthesize the mutagen. How do you have that on hand? Like, I thought he would have to build that, and then we'd have a scene where he just has it made. No, he just has it on hand. And it does it perfectly. Like minutes. Instant mutagen. And in this version, it is mutagen because ooze is green and mutagen is purple. It is purple, just like back in the original 1980s version. It's purple and it's beautiful. It glows.
Actually, it was green. Actually,
was it green? I thought it was purple.
It was green.
I'm going off. You know what? I'm going off of the
2003 version.
No, the Turtles Forever special where the mutagen was purple.
Yeah.
Which made sense. But okay, so this one, it's not the animal that you're around. This is the exposition part. The exposition is the mutagen works, or the ooze, it works by reverting you to your previous primordial animalistic state, which everyone in their DNA has an animal from their ancestry that the ooze taps into and mutates you from. I hope you got that, because That's going to be important in number 3 because Stockman, when he realizes this, his eyes widen. He's just like, it's amazing.
And we know what's going to happen to him if they do make a third movie.
Yes, he is going to try and mutate himself.
And he'll be turning into the Fly.
Yes, the Fly creature. Which, if they do that, I kind of don't want them to. What I want them to do is combine the 2003 spider cyborg form and make him mutate into like a spider creature. I think that would be kind of cool.
If they go by the original comics, they might go with the Fly because that's basically the original hardcore fans would expect.
They will probably go with the Fly. If not, he might not even mutate himself. He might try to mutate his machines, like the Mausers, which I think would be kind of cool.
Or he can try and mutate Karai into the snake form.
Ooh.
Like in the Nickelodeon version.
Yes, that would be awesome to see that fight. I don't think, because Karai hasn't gotten a lot of screen time. Yet. Usually. No, not yet. She hasn't become that important yet.
She might be in the third movie since we've seen one part of the film we will mention in a bit.
Yes. And so, so they have their things. They have to collect the 3 things. So they activate them. And I'm sorry, but when Bebop and Rocksteady have to go to a jungle in Brazil to get the last item. To get the last item, in the one item before, they hit their heads on it, and then it activated, and then they got it. This version, the third and last item, when it's just Bebop and Rocksteady, they take the tank, and they blow it up.
Yeah.
That's it. They blow it up.
You can't fix it, blow shit up.
Yeah, just like part of me is just like, nope, that thing is in pieces. You have ruined everything, you idiots. That is what should have happened. But no. They get the machine and everything's right. And it turns out that the ooze can turn the turtles into humans, which is our subplot. That is our subplot. The turtles want to be turned into humans.
So they can blend in.
Right. Leonardo says to Donatello, keep this away from them. Don't tell them that this is happening. Michelangelo overhears them because, you're in the sewer. The acoustics are kind of hard to whisper. So yeah, he oversees that. He tells Raph. He gets mad. They have their thing. They have their little brother quarrel that they have usually. And then Casey gets his probably the best critique moment in the movie that even I went like, wait, what? Why didn't they just do so Raphael plans, him and Michelangelo, to break into the police department who now have the syntheticized ooze. Because they got it when April tried to steal it from Baxter Stockman, who sent ninjas after her, but Casey saved her.
Yeah.
She lost it in that fight, and the police got it, and are keeping it in evidence.
Exactly.
So Raphael wants to break in. His plan for breaking in is very dumb. It's dumb because Casey Jones is still a police officer. He was not fired. He was told to take a break. They would not have told everyone in the police department this, so it makes sense that he could just walk in, get it, and easily, and I do mean easily, walk out. And he says that. Why are we bringing it in? Why can't I just walk in and get it? Why can't I just do that? I work there. That's a thing I can do. But he doesn't. No. It's got to be the overcomplicated plan that they have come up with, and it is overcomplicated. Like, they have to go through air vents, make sure that everything goes right to get fake IDs, fake this, fake that, and then have it work. It works. They get it. No, they don't. It goes wrong. It goes wrong real fast. The turtles are now discovered by the police department. They're discovered by the police department, and they want to shoot them. Casey and April burst in. It's like, don't shoot. Don't do it. Don't you do it. And then they walk off. They walk away. They ninja out. So now that the police know, obviously, they don't tell anyone. Yeah, they don't want people knowing that there's giant mutant turtles walking around. They don't want people knowing that because that would be chaos. Even though they should technically already know that something weird already exists.
And I already seen him in the first film at the end of the first film.
Yeah, they did technically see them in the first one, so they think, but in this one they think that they're monsters.
Yeah.
But like that's okay. That's fine. You know what? That's another cliche that we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with that one. It's fine. It's a good one. It works. It doesn't make me angry in the slightest. It's actually okay, and that's sincere. The next few scenes are basically the turtles arguing with each other and Shredder getting all the pieces together, putting all the pieces together. So he gets the pieces together, and Baxter Stockman has a moment. He has a moment where he's just like, Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, Steve Jobs, all of them will be but thumb notes over what we do today. And he's just like awestruck over what he's about to do. And then Shredder's just like, no, go away. Take him to the Tokyo division. It's like, come on, dude. I just got in this movie. You gonna take me away? For real? For real? And even I swear that is actually just the director telling Tyler Perry, all right, dude, we're done with you. You're done with your scenes. You can go home now. What? No. Security. No. He even fights to stay. Like he does that thing when you're a kid, like, no, I don't want to go to school. You can't take me. No. Grabbing onto things and just having a ball. And he's just having a ball over every. And he sends him away. And then Shredder goes onto Krang's ship. And then Krang's just like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I say we? I lied. Duh. And then he freezes the Shredder like he's Sub-Zero and sends him into the Technodrome, which is finally in the movie and is made piece by piece from Dimension X. And I'm sorry.
It didn't look that terrifying, did it?
It didn't look scary, but you know what? It's ridiculous. The Technodrome is never supposed to be scary, but what it does is supposed to be scary. And I noticed this. I'm not sure if you did, but when the Shredder was being put into the vault, the frozen vault of all of the people that Krang has teamed up with, I saw right next to Shredder, there was a very special silhouette in the tube that was a bit of a prehistoric, alienistic creature.
You mean those pterodons, are they called?
The Triceratons.
That's the one.
I know. I saw one of them. That is a nice detail to put into the background.
Okay, I would have been surprised they put the Fugitoid in that as well.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if maybe later down the line we get him in the movie and he tries to team up with Baxter Stockman, and like he has to now team up with the Turtles because Baxter Stockman's Mousers are trying to take over the world or something like that.
If they did in the next film, they put that rabbit from the other dimension, that samurai rabbit.
Yes, Jimbut.
Yeah, my favorite.
Sakada Jimbut.
Yes, Leonardo's like sword rival.
Yeah, his sword buddy.
Yes,
And I want to this is the part where I need to make this known. We have five villains in this movie. You have Baxter Stockman, Krang, Shredder, Bebop, and Rocksteady. There are 5 villains going up against the 4 turtles. And near the end of the movie, the villains are trying to get rid of each other to see who will be the main villain of the movie.
I forgot one scene with Bebop and Rocksteady on the motorcycles.
Yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady. They don't got to worry about it because they're being the guards so that the portal doesn't close. And they're on motorcycles and stuff, and they're just Casey Jones fights them.
You forgot the argument between Tracy Jones and Thingy going, who do you prefer to go against? Them?
Yeah,
or go up
just
like, the portal?
You want us to go? Like the Falcon guy is just like, you want us to shut down the machine? We don't know how this stuff works. This makes no sense. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to switch? Then he looks at Bebop and Rocksteady. He's just like, handle that. Bye. And then he just leaves. And then they fight Bebop and Rocksteady. Bebop and Rocksteady are the guards, so you don't got to worry about them taking over the movie, even though this is their movie. Don't even worry about it.
I know a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, they're the goons. They don't got to worry about it. They're the henchmen.
They're the Goombas.
First, Stockman and Shredder. Shredder's just like, you know what? No, I messed up last movie. I'm going to do this one. All right? Stockman, you're going to Tokyo. You can be in the third one. Go. You can be in the third one. Go away. No, I want to be in the movie. And we just send him away to Tokyo. Shredder gets on the Technodrome, and Krang's just like, nope, freeze. Just like, no. Okay, you win the first one. Now it's Krang's turn. I'm in this movie, and I'm going to destroy the turtles. There's nothing you can do about it. And he just takes over.
He's like, screw you, Shredder, you're going to be frozen. Literally.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'm going to put you in there, and we can use you as leftovers later.
Yeah, okay. You can stay in your chill out period.
Yeah. Just like, we're going to let you cool down. Okay? It's time for Krang to try. And then the turtles team up. Yeah, their whole thing, remember when I said it went nowhere? It went nowhere. They broke up, and then as soon as the Technodrome starts showing up, it's just like, we teaming up again? Yeah, why not? All right, cool. And then the most awesome fight ever. Just, oh my gosh. The fight between the turtles and Krang is amazing.
I agree with you on that. I actually enjoyed that part. I did miss part of it. I did miss one part of the fight because I had to go to the bathroom at the time.
Just like, they were fighting him, and then Leonardo comes out of nowhere, cuts off Krang's hand, and then Krang is just like, that's it. I'm done playing around. And then he, like, presses a button, and then towers of weapons start showing up. And then it's just like, he's attaching himself with different weapons, and Michelangelo's just like, dudes, he's literally rearming himself. He's got a mace, an axe, a gun, and then Michelangelo takes a rocket skateboard that he's had for most of the movie to try and shut down the Technodrome. And as he's doing that, Krang gets a giant cannon onto his chest to try and blow him up. How he keeps missing, I don't know.
I think he's been trained from the Starship Troopers.
Probably. I mean, he is in a Death Star. Yeah, this one's not on wheels. It floats this time. It is a really good movie, though. That is pretty much the end of the movie, except for most likely the reason we are here, praising this movie. We are praising this movie because this movie is a movie for the fans. This is for the fans who love the Turtles and was horrified by the last movie.
You did forget
This movie
You did forget
is
that
for
the end.
you
Yes, you forget.
because the end credits, as soon as this movie ends, it
That,
happened.
yeah.
The movie ends, cuts to black. The credits start rolling. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in a Half Shell, Turtle Power.
Then I
The,
had other turtle themed stuff, like Secret of the Ooze and stuff like that.
yeah, the Turtle theme song plays. The original 80s theme song plays for the end credits.
And Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
People, that is what we wanted. Like, that was one of the main things. Like, remember when Michael Bay made the Transformers movie? They was like, seriously? You couldn't even have, like, the theme song be the end credits? Well, guess what? Welcome to Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
When that happened, I got up out of my seat and just started jamming out to that music because I was just like,
was clapping. I was doing the slow clap.
yeah, I fell in love. As soon as that, I was already enjoying Bebop and Rocksteady. I was enjoying the silliness of Krang's plan, the Technodrome that looked like the Technodrome, even right down to the eyeball.
Yeah.
Which, when that
Uncanny
showed up, it was
Eye.
just like, that is that. Okay, you didn't even have to put that in there, but that's nice. And then when that theme song played, I was just like, official, this thing is done. It is wrapped up so nicely. I cannot wait for the third one.
If they make a third one.
Well, I have to assume that they're going to make a third one, considering that, Krang's last words are, I will come back stronger than ever. Shredder is on ice in the Technodrome. Baxter Stockman is in the Tokyo division doing whatever he wants unsupervised now that the Shredder's gone. Bebop and Rocksteady are still technically alive.
You did forget about Cry. She'd be next in line to take over the foot. So
True. Which means she'll probably be working with Baxter Stockman to reopen Dimension X.
yes,
Which he will probably need supplies, so he'll probably build the Mausers to just to have minions other than Bebop and Rocksteady.
Or other mutants as well.
Right.
Hopefully they put Slash.
Yes. This movie is great. This movie was amazing. The reason we're doing this review is so that you go out and watch this movie. Even after us, the scenes are worth watching. They are hilarious and amazing. And when the soundtrack comes out for this movie, I am buying it.
Same here. It's good for the whole family to watch because I actually saw it with my parents, type of thing, and they were a bit iffy to go and see this film because I gave them the review for the first film, and they went, "Okay," because they wanted to see the first film last year, wasn't it, when it came out, or the year before? I said to them, "Don't go and see this film because if my dad was getting into watching the Turtles, he was watching the Nickelodeon version, not the original."
Now, keep in mind, we're gonna be ending this pretty soon. But I'd like to let this be known. If people don't agree with what we're saying, like in review wise, which I don't know why they wouldn't, because this movie is really good. You should see it. We have not watched any reviews.
None.
I've not watched any of the reviews. I know that they exist. I know that Nostalgia Critic has already given his words on the movie. Black Nerd Comedy. I know that the reviews exist, but I have not seen any of them because I love this movie. It is a great movie, and I'm going to watch it again and again. It is like they took the first one and injected it with the 80s.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is a great movie. Highly recommended by yours truly. And next week, I will be reviewing another movie that I gave some hate. I gave this movie hate before I saw it, and I will never do that again because of how good this movie was. I'm not going to say what it is, but just look forward to a review. Until next time, everyone, he's Yamiowen. I'm the Grand Blue. And cowabunga, baby. Cowabunga. Cowabunga.